I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Yes.
Cowabunga, baby.
Fuck!
Out of these gates. We've got a better chance of survival if we work together.
Welcome to Phone Ready Leads and Sandler Training, the CALLISEUM.
Oh!
The Coliseum.
All right, let's do this. Hi,
Jake.
Jake.
In the chat, Ryan Reichert.
Dude, it would be a dream of mine for him to join us. Honor
The one,
privilege.
the only, the beloved Ryan.
Woohoo! All right, Jake, your first man out of the chutes. Come in hot. You got a better chance of survival if we stick together.
The goal of today's session is to pick each other apart and call out where we sucked on every call so we can get better.
You know, I'm not open to feedback, so. Let's see.
Pick up the phone and start dialing.
You are open to feedback, dude.
Dude, you're the best. Execute.
I'm executing. Firing it up. I'm really excited for this. You know that.
So, by the way, those that are watching, if you ever want to bug someone, just say something to them and then end it with, you know that. It's kind of common.
Let's try it.
Hey,
Let's
Jake,
try it on this first call.
Don't do it with the prospect. It's too annoying.
Thank you for calling Cancer Diagnostics Incorporated. If you know your party's extension,
Good.
you may dial it at any time, or press 8 for the dial by name.
Okay. I was really excited about that one. You crushed my hopes and dreams.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
What? I've never had that happen. What the heck?
Dude, we got to talk to marketing about the list.
What year is it?
No, Jake's not wearing a tie with a shirt on. New. Well, I didn't realize you had t-shirts. I thought you only had dress shirts.
Yeah, hey, I was wondering if Corey Alder is still floating around the office.
If what?
Corey Alder is still floating around the office today?
Yeah, this is him.
Corey, hey, this is Jake Alba with Sandler Training.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if that name sounds familiar or not.
It does not.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it would. I guess, would it be okay if I briefly explained why I'm calling, and then you can let me know whether or not we continue this conversation?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be brief. I know I'm catching you out of the blue. So we actually work with a lot of presidents and CEOs of different companies here in Utah. And I guess when they reach out to us, we're hearing a few frustrations One of the big ones we hear often is, hey, maybe we're not getting in front enough of the right people with our targeting. Another concern we hear is they say, hey, we're maybe concerned that we are getting in front of the right people, but for whatever reason, maybe the deals are getting stalled out or they're just taking a lot longer to close than maybe they should. And then finally, we hear, we're a little bit upset with maybe discounting or not, selling our services for what they really are worth, trying to keep up with competition. I guess I'll pause there, Corey. Not sure if any of those have been relevant to you or your world, have they?
No, we're a pretty niche market. Rates are set, so I think we're good.
Okay. And just curious, do you guys have like a team that's helping with, I guess, development of sales development or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So just curious, how are you guys, I guess, reaching or getting new clients?
Well, our client base is pretty specific and fixed, so
Okay.
there's no. We're in a very, very small client base, so this really isn't
Okay.
much of a concern for people.
Okay. And in your company, I hope I'm in the right spot here. You're still with Alder Sales, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure that I was in the right spot. So I guess, do you rely heavily on marketing in order to kind of find the niche market that you're in currently, or how do you grow your business?
Market expansion or acquire more product lines.
Okay. So a lot of it's probably word of mouth or referrals.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe what you're saying is it doesn't sound like we would be the best fit. What I'd be happy
I
to
have a total. I mean, we market to commercial architects and commercial general contractors in Utah, the small market, and I can, on one spreadsheet, name every one of my customers.
Oh, dang. Okay. And are you guys like?
I think you're barking up the wrong tree, man.
Okay. Yeah, no, and I'm just trying to understand because it does sound like a pretty unique business. So hopefully you don't feel like I'm just like interrogating you, but I'm just curious. So how do you guys kind of expand or grow then, or is it just a limited market and there's like really no opportunity to kind of, I guess, grow bigger?
It's acquiring more market share, like a Boise or a Reno or Las Vegas or Denver or Phoenix, because all of our products are divided up very territory specific.
Oh, I see.
So the guy that does what I do in Denver, we're very friends. We don't cross market. We don't because we can't. And so it's just I have exclusive rights to my market size.
Oh, I see.
My geographic defined market, geographically defined.
Yeah. No, that sounds cool. And I'm on your website now. It looks like you guys have been in business since about 1935. That's a pretty long time. So that's kind of cool. And I kind of like your mission is to develop loyalty with customers through integrity and outstanding service in marketing, sales, installation, etc. So it sounds like you guys probably do a really good job with retention, keeping your clients happy. And I guess, do you focus a lot on upsells and cross sells within your organization?
Yeah, you can say that. It's difficult to explain.
Yeah.
Architects are a crowd that they like what they like, and they design what they design. We don't upsell anybody. So
Yeah. No, I'm familiar with
what they want.
With groups like that. We work with a lot of lawyers too, and they're kind of particular in their mindset. So I guess what I can do, Corey, I don't know if this is like a fit for you or not, but if you're open to it, I can send you over a brief survey. It's a little questionnaire. It'll help to just highlight and outline how we've helped other customers, in the general contracting space. So if you're open to taking a look at that and filling it out, it takes about 5-10 minutes to do.
No, I'm okay. We don't search out customers like general contractors do. you don't understand my market, you never will. So
Yeah. Okay.
good.
So no reason to send that over then. Oof.
Cowbunga, baby.
Super interactive. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For the operator, press 0 or stay on the line. For the dial by name directory, press 9. Repeat this name, press the pound key.
Jake, some feedback. Good job staying in the conversation.
Please hold
The
while I
guy's
try
not
to connect
interested. But great job looking for other gold veins.
I literally was just trying to understand his business, but he wasn't giving me anything.
And
It was
a
brutal.
normal call like that you'd hit a gold vein.
Hello, this is Sam with Zucor.
Hey Sam, Dan Bigelow, Sandler Training.
Yes.
Not sure if that name rings any bells.
What was the name again, please?
Dan Bigelow, Sandler.
I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if it would. Can I briefly explain why I called Sam, and then you let me know if it makes sense to talk?
Okay.
I'm a business consultant. We do a lot of consulting and training to scale companies as well as sales development. And we've had a lot of success with companies in software development or companies that do really high-end or complicated things like neurofeedback or biofeedback. Just looking at your website here, looks like you guys have been doing this for a long time. Do you do most of the business development yourself, Sam, or do you have a team that's out there doing it for you?
I do it myself.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Well, typically when owners or presidents reach out to me, similar types of companies as you, a lot of them come from tech companies. They tell me things like, "We've got a great product. We're just not getting in front of enough of the right people." Others tell me things like, "We're getting in front of plenty of people. It's just the sales cycles are taking a little long." And then lastly, they tell me things like, they're not really selling at the margins or price that they want to. And because of that, it's hard to scale their organization. Sam, my guess is you probably don't have any of those challenges.
I would say no.
Okay. And not unusual. People that typically don't have those problems, usually their challenges are around scaling the company, strategic planning, developing the right processes, getting the right A players on their team. Any of those a challenge or headache for you?
No, we don't have those problems.
Okay. Well, Sam, who would you say is kind of your biggest competitor that you guys compete against?
Our biggest competitor are people who just don't want any feedback games, really.
Okay.
Because we're the dominant player in the market, and if people want a high quality feedback game, they buy from us, and most of our sales is word of mouth. Positive word of mouth is a key critical factor for us.
Makes total sense, especially with as long as you've been in business, and maybe you might have a suggestion for me. So a lot of what we do is we help companies grow and scale with good business development systems. Sounds like you're pretty dialed in with referrals, word of mouth. Do you have a plan to kind of the next generation of sales leaders to take over, or is it kind of you're going to ride the wave into the sunset and then just kind of shut the operation down?
We're just going to kind of continue to go as is. Our sales have been down since the pandemic and never really fully recovered, although they're doing okay. Most of our sales are one-off sales to a single clinician, a single game. So there are a lot of small little sales rather than big sales. And when we have a big sale, it's usually through one of our resellers.
Okay.
So we haven't done a lot of outbound sales or marketing. We're mostly reactive more than anything else.
Makes total sense. And is that kind of by design, or that's just kind of how it's gone and that's just kind of the pattern you've fallen into?
Well, we started off being very proactive in sales. We found it to be pretty ineffective because it's hard to reach clinicians directly. They don't answer their phones, or they have a gatekeeper. And
They frequently don't even reply to emails. And they buy when they're ready to buy, and they buy based on if they bought from us before or if they've heard that our products are good. So we kind of ceased all of our outbound marketing and sales our sales. And instead, I take sales calls myself and sales emails. We get a lot of sales actually through our customer support. So we're delivering support to a customer, and they decide, oh, your support is so good, I want to buy another one of your products. So that's kind of how we sell right now.
Well, I think that's the way to do it, Sam. Deliver a good product, let people build that trust, create some raving fans. Well, Sam, I'm not sure that we would be the resource. We've done plenty of work with companies similar to you, where there's typically one or two producers or rainmakers. We help, we're not bringing a mass amount of systems or processes, just some basic processes to get more referrals, shorten sales cycles, and increase closing percentage. Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
So I've put together a little survey outlines different challenges that sales leaders and presidents like you have. My suggestion would be, you take a risk and we schedule maybe 10 minutes sometime next week. We share with you we help these other companies grow and scale. And, worst case scenario, you've got some clarity on how to do it on your own. Or the other side of that is you determine, hey, maybe there's something here and we should talk further. I don't know if that would be worth taking a risk and maybe scheduling 10 minutes on.
Well, that's fine. Sure, no problem.
Okay. What's a good day for you next week, Sam?
Probably Tuesday would be good.
Okay. Now let's say we called you Tuesday. Would
early afternoons are the best for me.
Okay. All right. Let's say we did 1 o'clock Mountain, which
that's 2 o'clock where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm in Texas.
Okay. Would that work for you?
That's fine. Yes, sure.
Okay. Well,
I'm not in the office right now. I'm not in front of my computer. Would you be able to email me some sort of confirmation about it?
yeah, I'll send you a little calendar invite, a little Zoom link to join, and then I'll send you this survey, Sam. And then again, Sam, if there's anything on the survey that doesn't apply to you, just leave it blank. Only fill out what applies, and then when we meet, we'll only talk about what's important to you. And then if there's nothing really there, we'll just end the call early, and we'll let you get back to your day.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll send to you, and I'm looking you up right now. Is it your last name, Chircote at zucor.com?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. And then if you can, try to complete that survey by Monday, so I have a couple of days to review it and be ready for it.
Sure, no problem.
Perfect. Well, plan on seeing you Tuesday, and I'll send you a calendar invite. Appreciate your time, Sam.
Okay. Thanks for the call. Have a good day. Bye.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Yes! That's awesome!
So I'd like everyone to take note. Dan succeeded where I failed, and do what he did on this call, not what I did on the previous call.
Yeah, let's give some attention to Joey. Who's your biggest competitor that you compete against? And he said redundant. LOL. I don't know what Joey means by redundant, but that's pretty funny. So I was going to say something kind of edgy, but then he went with it, so I didn't. And that was, who's your biggest competitor? Great. I'm going to reach out to them and see if they want to grow. But not as a way to feed my own ego instead of feed my family, but just a way to show some equal business stature. But for some reason, he engaged in the dialogue with that question. So then we just jumped on that wave. And so I think one thing to watch on that call is just the idea of belief. It didn't rationally make sense that he stayed in the dialogue and then he was open to a meeting. But short mini intro appointment, that guy fills out the survey. He identifies a few pain points. He sells some pretty expensive neurobiofeedback technology. He could be a great prospect. And the great thing about it, too, is he is a president. That guy writes the checks. I'm Dan Beglow, this is Sandler Training.
Dan, one thing that I like was you stayed in the dialogue, you kept asking questions, you remained curious, but you weren't overbearing. And then he started to open up, and he admitted to you, right, that the business was struggling since the pandemic, which a lot of businesses have and are still struggling. And that's like an ideal person that we like to work with, right? Because we can generally go in and find some easy things that maybe they tweak and then they instantly start turning around their success. So I just thought that was really cool how you stayed in the dialogue. You just kept remaining curious, and then it opened up the conversation, and it ended up in a demo set. So very nicely done. I guess I'll make a dial now.
Jake,
See if I
can I ask you a question?
Sure. Go for it.
One thing that the prospect said that doesn't rationally make sense is we're the best, we've got no problems, I do everything. And then 2 minutes later, the pandemic hit and all our sales went down and we're just trying to rebuild.
Yeah.
It's an example of smoke screens and knee-jerk reactions. A lot of times the prospect's like, I gotta get you off the phone, they're triggered, we need to reject the sales guy. But once you engage in the dialogue, the real magic is just find enough pain that they would book the meeting. And that's not an ideal appointment set. That's like a pretty cold one. But it's better than nothing. And the goal of these calls is not to sell the deal. The goal of the call is to book a meeting. I'm Dan Bigelow. This is Sandler Training.
Nicely done. All right, let's fire up the old dialer. See if I can get 2 for 2. Here we go.
Go ahead and launch the airplane.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Oh, I love the song.
As accountants, we have our own language, the language of business, but not everyone speaks it. So before you start alienating your clients with the lingo, we'd like to introduce you to color.
Thank you for calling Universal. This is Roger. How may I help you?
Roger, hey, this is Jake Alba with Sandler Training.
Jake, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Very, very good. I'm actually in a meeting. I was expecting another call and thought it might be them. I'm assuming you're following up on our previous conversations?
Yes. Yep. 100%.
You are a good man. Yeah. Have you been working with Clay at all?
Yes. Yeah, that does sound familiar. Give me a last name for Clay.
Clay would be the right one for you to work with.
Okay. And what was Clay's last name?
Clay
I just wondered.
Neves, Neves.
Okay. And
That's his last name, Neves.
Okay, and just so I don't have to look him up, do you have a direct number for him? I can give him a call.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It is 801-797-0571.
Okay, perfect. Sounds like you're a busy guy in meetings and expecting calls, so you're multitasking like a pro. I'll reach out to Clay. Do you know if he's available today, or should I reach out to him another day? What would be like the best time when I can catch him?
I would call him later today because he's actually in the same meeting I'm in.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I will do that, and I appreciate your time. I'll let you get back into your meeting, okay?
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thanks, Roger. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good job,
Good.
Jake.
Pick up the phone and start dialing.
Jake, call the next one.
So, I'm scared.
Call the next one, execute. Get back in, Jake.
I'm scared.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail box of Corey Brookrum. I am either on the other line or away from my desk. Please leave me a detailed...
Shucks. Shucks.
Feel free to comment in the chat on Jake's awkward sayings like, oh, shucks. What are your most cringy, awkward things you're noticing from Jake?
No, how can I help you?
Hey, I was trying to connect with Connor.
Great, and can I ask who's...
Yeah, this is Jake Alba with Sandler Training.
And do you know if he's expecting your call?
I don't know the answer to that. Probably not.
And can I just get a summary of the call so if he picks up, I can let him know?
Yeah, so we work with a lot of different, I guess, presidents and CEOs. We're here local in Utah, and we do training and consulting.
All right. Are you fine with me putting you on hold for a moment while I get you over?
Yeah, that would be great.
Awesome. 1 sec.
Ooh, I love this song.
Like the most pleasant.
I hope everyone can hear this song.
They can.
Hi, this is Connor, CEO of First Call Computer Solutions. Unavailable right now.
Connor.
Please leave your name, number, and I'll return your
Call the next one. Execute. Let's go.
I always call the next
Your
one.
call is being forwarded to the short call voicemail system. 1.
Dude, that's making that sound.
I would like to apologize to all of the viewers out there today for not connecting with more people. I'll do better.
Absolutely one.
Please forgive me.
It's all the time. What year of high school is that picture?
Probably junior year.
Hi, you've reached Eric Estes. I will be out of the office until Monday.
Dude.
Okay, you made that sound one too many times. I got it down now.
Are you dialing, dude? Oh my goodness.
The person dialed 7 9.
Alright, you're still up. Keep it going.
Dude. This is the one.
You've reached vibration.com. For sales and product information, press 1. For order updates, ETA, or tracking, press 2.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Yalla. Oh, I love this song.
You're calling off your hair?
Voicemail 4.
What? What did you say?
Are you showing off your hair?
I was looking for a sombrero.
Oh, yeah. You're a great person. You can do this. You can do anything.
Thank you for the words of affirmation. I believe in myself now. Anything is possible. If they pick up the phone.
This next one's going to be a good one. Buckle your seatbelt.
Thanks for calling Webrick Goes Mad. We are sorry to have missed your call, but we do want to talk to you. So please leave your name and number and a brief message. And
I felt like that was going to be a really good one, too.
You'll get him next time. Keep your head up, kid.
On to the next one.
You're doing great, pal.
Dude, if you had someone sitting next to you saying stuff like
Glass
that.
Deflectors Incorporated. If you know your party's extension,
You may dial it now. To dial by name, press 1. For sales, press 2.
Okay, phone trees are my nemesis.
Please enter the first one or more digits of the last name of the person you would like to call, or press star to dial by first name, or press 0 to return.
Jake, maybe one of these times we could have a coaching call and we could teach you how to use the phone. The dialer.
No
That
results
sounds
were
nice.
found for that entry.
Oh,
Please enter the first one or more digits of the last name of the person you...
dude.
No results were found for that entry.
Okay. I gotta override you.
Please enter the first one or more digits of the last name of the person you would like to
Okay.
call, or press...
I'm sorry. I
You're doing not right, Jake.
forgot.
Not right what you're doing.
I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You win or you learn. You win or you learn.
There's no failure, Jake. There's only
Your call has
feedback.
been forwarded to the voicemail folder.
We learn much more from our no's than we learn from our yeses. All right,
That's true.
You're on to the next one. Your turn.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to learn. Thank you for everything.
I'm sorry, the person you're trying to reach is unavailable at this time. Begin speaking after the tone.
All right, I got the next one.
Too late.
Jamie, how can I help you?
Hey, Jim's not floating around the office today, is he?
Excuse me?
Jim Laird,
What's it regarding?
regarding growing his business.
It's what? I can't hear you.
Sorry, my phone's being weird. It's regarding you guys growing your business.
Doing what to the business?
Growing and expanding your business.
Okay. Who are you calling from?
Calling from Sandler. I work with a few of your competitors here in Salt Lake, in Utah.
All right. So Jim is in the process of retiring. I can send you over to Ian. He's the sales manager.
Okay. And maybe you could kind of help me out with this. So I do a lot of training consulting for the sales team. Is Ian the best person to talk with, or is there someone taking over Jim's position?
So Jim runs the contract world. Somebody's taking over his position as well. Ian's the one that runs the scope.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, connect me through to Ian. That'd be great.
Okay.
Nice.
Hi, this is Ian Laird. I am away from my phone or out of the office at the time, so please leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you and have a good day.
All right, Jake, you're next.
Let's have everybody in the chat explain what Dan did wrong on that call.
Yeah. All right, I'll call the next one. I can't take any feedback. I gotta call the next one.
Oh.
All You're up, Jake.
Say less. Let's go. This is the one, guys.
You've got a lot of big.
I know it. I know this is the one.
Hi, you've reached Lindsay Beatty. I'm either away from my desk or with another member.
This is the one. Right here. This one.
Thank you for calling Community Counseling Center. Our offices are currently closed. If this is
Okay.
an emergency,
This is the one. This one here for sure.
The counseling center. We train as a therapist that had a large staff. You may need help with business.
Thank you for calling Step 2. If you know your party's extension,
This is the one. Right here, guys. This is it.
You've reached Summers, Murphy and Partners.
using the dial pad, please enter the extension you wish to call. To use the directory, press pound. To leave a message, press star. To reach
Not the phone
using
tree.
the dial pad buttons, please spell the name of the person. For the letter Q, press 7. For Z, press 9. To X, no matches found. Using the dial pad buttons, please spell the name of the person. For the letter Q, press 7. No
Everyone
matches
watching,
found.
notice how Jake keeps his composure as he dials
Name of the person.
the
For
dial
the
pad.
letter Q, press 7. For Z, press 9. To exit from the company directory.
Oh my gosh. Dude, why are those so painful? This is the one right here. This is the one we
There's
want.
the mechanism. There's the mechanism. There's no past, there's no future, there's just right now. What you do on this call.
Contractors of Montana, this is Chelsea.
Chelsea, hey, is Mike Faust still floating around the office?
I don't know. Let me buzz his office and see. Can I tell him who's calling?
Yeah, if you could let him know Jake Alba is on the line.
Okay, Jake, let me put you on hold for just a minute. Let me buzz him.
Thank you.
Get into the music, Jake.
Oh, this is my song?
There you go. For everyone watching, notice how Jake's feeding his music.
Yes.
Thank you so much for holding. I'm sorry about that wait. He's not answering at the moment. He may have snuck out the back. Is there a message I could take for him?
Yeah, let me leave you my name and my cell phone number, and if you could have him give me a call, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Jake is the first name, last name is Alba, A-L-B-A, and my direct line is 632.
7632. Perfect. And can I tell him what it's regarding?
Yep, Sandler Training, and you can let him know in regards to growing his business.
Perfect. I will give him that message.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks, bye.
Bye.
Jake, again.
Hey!
Make the next dial. The gold lane's coming.
I can feel it. This is the one.
This is the one you're going to marry. I mean, book a meeting with.
Jody Leone is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the
Joe Day.
Well, typically
Guys,
there's a
this is
pickup every 3 to 5 dials. A little bit weird. I'm not worried too much about it. We'll just keep pressing forward.
Nevada Nano, how may I help you?
Yeah, hey, I was trying to see if Ralph Witten is still floating around the office today.
He is not in. Can I take a message?
Yeah, if you could let him know that Jake Alba called with Sandler Training.
Okay.
And let me give you my direct cell. It's 801-694-7632.
And what is this regarding?
A Sandler Training, so growing his business.
Okay. All right. I will give him a message.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Bye.
Don't worry.
Dude, I never worry. I know this next one's going to be a one-call close. I can feel it in my bones.
Hi, you've reached the message center for Michael Bias, so please leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day, and God bless.
Well, he seemed like a nice person. Oh, that was weird. That was real weird. You don't know unless you know. What the? Chuck? Chuck, are you there? Oh, Chuck hung up on me.
All right, let me do the next one.
Wait, one more. This is the one.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Last one. Dude, the song.
Thank you for contacting National Expertise Network. Donald Russell. Press 0 now. Thank you.
Transferring.
Hey, David, Dan Bigelow, Sandler Training.
Who are you with, Dan?
I'm with Sandler. I don't know if the name Dan Bigelow or Sandler sounds familiar.
Go.
I wasn't sure if it would. Can I briefly explain kind of why on earth I called, and then you let me know if it even makes sense to talk?
All right.
So I'm a business consultant. We do a lot of training and consulting in the areas of growing companies. And we also do a lot with scaling companies. I was just looking at your website here. Do you do most of the business development yourself, David, or do you have a team that does it for you?
I started the company in 2002, and we've had big teams and little teams. Now we're a little team.
Well, you probably like the little team. You don't have to worry about all the employee headaches and the big payroll.
No, just my husband, myself, my wife, and myself.
Nice. Well, you guys have pretty big like offering. I'm just looking here. You guys do quite a bit. Does most of your business come kind of by referral, or you guys are getting leads from your website, or where do you guys typically get leads from?
Mostly we solicit by email.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, it's partly why I called David. So a lot of times when companies similar to you, they reach out to me, they tell me things like, we've got a great solution. We're just not getting in front of enough of the right people. Others tell me, we're closing deals. Just some of these sales cycles are taking a lot longer than they'd like. And then lastly, some of them are sharing because of the competitive marketplace. They're seeing a lot more competition and maybe some discounting.
Well, we're a very atypical
Yeah,
All right?
for sure.
I know exactly who my customer is. Exactly.
Love it.
I send an email to them every week, all 9,000 of them.
Nice.
They're all over the United States. I don't need any help identifying who my customers are.
What about getting them to call you, David?
They'll call me if they have something for me to do for them, if they're looking for an expert.
Okay.
These are lawyers. They're very highly paid, very senior litigators in patent litigation. They don't accept phone calls from people soliciting.
Totally agree.
You'll never get through the parade. Never.
I think you're spot on, especially with the market you're in, especially with what you guys do for them. Curious, what's the typical sales cycle like? 90 days, 6 months, a week, from when they're engaging in a dialogue to when they close?
It varies. It's atypical. It's not a sales cycle like I got an instrument that I'm trying to sell. How long does it take once I've advertised it or once I've demonstrated it before somebody places an order? That's not the way this works. These lawyers will contact us if they have a particular litigation that has a technology component that needs a particular expert witness.
Okay.
And they'll call us and ask if we have such a person. Or they'll email us usually and ask if we have such a person. And normally, especially if it's electronics or physics, things of that nature, we do.
Yeah, very, very niche market, very, a lot of complex solutions. Well, David, last question for you is, what's the plan so you can retire and, go enjoy the boat on the weekends? Who are you going to have take over, and how well are they ready for that position?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm just going to let the company die. What's dead is dead. It's nothing for me to do this email. It's all automated. I have an email vendor. I create the emails. They're very easy to do. The whole process takes me about a half hour, and 9,000 lawyers in my email.
Nice.
And that generates most of my business. You can't cold call a patent attorney. You'll never ever hear from him. He's never ever going to pick up your phone.
Well,
even when he needs you, he doesn't like the idea of having this business with you.
Agreed. And attorneys are a rare breed. They've got a lot of unique quirks to them, and business development attorneys is definitely, there's some unique variables there. Well, David, I feel kind of sad. You've got a great solution. I feel sad that when you decide to retire, it just kind of dies off. Can I make a suggestion?
Well, there's nothing to buy. I have nothing that I could sell. I can sell my mail, but my mail list is made up of lawyers, and they're publicly known. So if somebody wanted to take the time to build a mail list, they could do that. They could probably hire a mailing service to do it for them.
Love it.
There's no black magic involved in this at all.
Yeah, it's very cut and dry. Well, David, can you give me some feedback? I'm making a lot of these calls. I'm trying to teach, one of my new guys, Jake, how to do it. But any feedback for me on maybe how I approach this call or anything I could do to be a better communicator?
No, your call is intended for a different kind of company than we are. We're truly unique. I think there's 4 or 5 of us in the United States that do what I do.
Well, what you do has a lot of value, and maybe one of your competitors will buy it, or maybe some of this knowledge is learned.
We've had discussions of that nature, but even in that case, it gets down to what are you buying? You can buy my database, but they've already got one.
Can they buy your client list?
Of course, their clients are lawyers. They're patent infringement lawyers. They're litigators. Do a Google search in a lawyer app, and you'll have them all.
Totally.
Names, photos, emails, cell phones, everything you need.
And there's definitely someone that's engaged in business versus someone that's on a list. And so, there's probably not a fit here, but one idea, David, is some of the companies we help, we get them, set up the right way with the right employees, job descriptions, strategic vision, that sort of thing, so they can be sold. I don't know, any resources on that? Would anything like that be meaningful for you?
No, I'll never have another employee.
Okay. Perfect. Well, David, I just appreciate you.
operations in 2008, in the early summer of 2008. I live in Northern California, a little above Paradise, California in the mountains. In November of 2008, Paradise burned to the ground, along with most of the forest around it. Not where I happen to live, not where my business is, but it burned to the ground. But where my business is where my dial tone is. It doesn't really matter.
Makes total sense. And yeah, pretty sad about some of those fires, and we're seeing that a lot. Well, David, I really appreciate your time, and I appreciate your candor and your straightforward nature. And anyone else you'd recommend?
I'd help you if I can. I know what you want to do, and maybe there's somebody out there that needs it. But the people that do what I do are probably not good prospects for you.
Hey.
There's nothing that you could do that would enhance what I'm already doing. Nothing.
Makes total sense. Well, David, I appreciate you kind of educating me on this call, and I appreciate your friendliness. And so, yeah, we'll see some other companies that are maybe a little bit outside of your industry and see if we can help them.
Okay.
Perfect. Thanks.
Thanks for your.
All right.
Bye.
Well.
Really sad about those fires.
Oh my gosh.
So, Jake, let's wrap up the session. Let's land the plane. Everyone in the chat, type in a lesson learned, something you learned from today's session. We're going to throw in a drawing for a new headset. Jake, explain what kind of headset so a lucky winner here today might win.
Dude, have you guys ever heard of the legendary boomstick? I don't know if you have or not, but imagine having fluffy, soft pillows, like the softest substance on earth, resting gently on your ears. And then imagine being able to hear the voice of an angel come through your headset and literally shock your entire cerebral cortex. That's what the boomstick can do for you. Okay? Anyone that's already won it can attest to this. Probably boost your sales by at least 40%, maybe 50% just from wearing it. It's pretty cool.
That's great. Well, it sounds so good that you're not using it right now, but if someone wants a legendary headset from Headset Advisors, type in the chat your lesson learned, your takeaway from today, what the heck you got from today's session. Type that in the chat. We'll put you in a drawing in about 60 seconds. We're going to compile all the lessons learned, put it in a little spin the wheel, and see who the winner is. But Jake, tell us kind of your main takeaways from today while we give the viewers another minute to type in a lesson learned to enter to win a new headset.
My main takeaways are sales are sales. Sometimes you have incredible days. Sometimes you have average days. Sometimes you have not so great days. And the beautiful thing about like each hour, I would say, compartmentalize your days, set goals for each hour. That way you're not getting the crap kicked out of you all day long. And you'll start to see different behaviors kind of mold your success or your outcomes. And so I would recommend my takeaway from today is it's okay if you have a bad hour. Like this was 1 hour out of my entire day, right? It maybe wasn't the best. I didn't set any appointments, but the next hour I could set 3 or 4, right? And we've proven it on this stream using kind of the tools that we're using to make the dials. It's easy to get 4, 5, 6, plus demos or discovery calls or whatever you guys want to call it set up in a 60-minute time period. So just keep doing the behaviors would be my main takeaway.
Love it, Jake. And Jake, great job having fun today. Calibrate off of the behaviors, not off the outcomes. We're going to spin the wheel, see who the winner is. And here we go. Let's go.
Oh.
Hey, Sovic, congrats. You just won a brand new headset from Headset Advisors. It's real. Send me a message on LinkedIn, and I'll get your info, and we'll get one mailed to you. there's quite a few here that have already won one, so we didn't put them back in the drawing. But my final thoughts today is there are beats and timing, and a lot of gurus out there can tell you here's the track and here's the script, but there's a lot that you can learn about speed, tonality, pace, timing, and above all, conviction. If you've got high level of confidence and conviction, people can sense that. You're sub-communicating that, and that's the most important thing. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll be here next week. There'll be a big crowd, so come ready to heckle us, share some lessons learned. So say big double thumbs up, and we're out of here.
Out of these gates. We've got a better chance of survival if we work together.
Welcome to Phone Ready Leads and Sandler Training, the Coliseum.